Hello, this is Eric of SparkETech, and this is my review of the SofaBaton X1S. And now what has changed from the S version versus a non-S version? We have better stability. In fact, I never had a dropout problem. It turns on instantly once we grab the remote, and the screen will turn off after about 30 seconds. We can change that time frame to even 10 seconds or 5 seconds or minutes if we really choose to. But what if we lose the remote? Well, I'll tell you that in a moment. But we can also program like 23 different devices. We can simply locate it. We can learn the device. So there's a lot of options, and we have a reception range of like 40 feet. But we also have multiple antennas to give different locations for signal. So that you don't have to worry about, that's the place I got to point the remote, when we can actually put those antennas different places. You can hide the hub behind glass. Oh, the hub. Yes, we have a little hub here, and you're going to use that for programming. And yes, you need to use the hub. Now, what if I lose the remote control? We got a little power button at the back. Press it once. And that's our remote control. A little find remote feature. At first, there is a bit of a learning curve, but that's why I'm going to show you a bit of how to use this remote control, because some people just want to know how to use the darn thing for programming your individual buttons and whatnot. Enhanced compatibility and, well, more stable signal. So that's important for anyone that wants something decent, and that was kind of the obligation I had for SofaBaton in order to send this for review. So this was provided by SofaBaton. Here we have a dual antenna, it looks like, and a connection to the device itself. We're going to see how this works after, as well as this single antenna, which it looks like right here, receiver, with the connection to the device. Here we have USB type A. On the other side, it's USB type C. And we have another cable that's also, again, USB type A to, again, USB type C. This here is the hub that connects with the remote control, and we can see the connection points all right here. Power on off button, USB type C, 1 and 2 connection to, I guess, those antennas. On the bottom side, we have nice rubber feet so it doesn't slip around, as well as it looks like something to mount to the wall since we have screw holes right here. The remote control itself is nothing spectacular looking at it at first glance. We have a menu on the top, and we can scroll through that menu with this little scroll ball. On the back side, we can charge this with USB Type-C. There is no battery that comes out of here, so it's simply rechargeable. Also, let's not forget to update our firmware if there's an update available. This remote control includes a little quick guide to get started with the remote. And here is our remote manual to give us our basic information for setup. On the bottom of this box, I can see an Apple Play Store QR code and a Google Play Store for the app for download. Let's see how to set this up. And this is a new setup for me. And let's see if I can get this connected. Press the power button, hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Right now we see the hub is blinking. And from here, what I'm going to do is make sure that box right here is checked. Then I click next. Now I can see my hub right here. Click that. And it's checking for Wi-Fi. And I simply connect to my Wi-Fi. Now that I entered my information, I can now go to the next screen and connect to hub. Why not? Now that I connected to my hub, I can now update. And as we see, the hub is firmware updating. I have to have Bluetooth connected. If you wish to connect to Wi-Fi, it has to be a Wi-Fi supported device. For Bluetooth, generally you'll want a proper Bluetooth supported device. PCs are not fully supported. Here I have the hub powered on, and it's connected to this orange thing right here that has USB power. So I don't have to worry about the power turning off on my devices at all. So let's program something in. In my case, I don't have the remote control, so I'm gonna have to search it. Infrared, search. Can't learn what you don't have, so now I'm gonna type in Samsung, since the TV is a Samsung. Now I'm gonna find the model, which is UN32. And it's an EH4003, which happened to show up right up here. So let's download that. Right now the TV is on, so I'm going to press power off. And just to also make sure, I'm going to press power on. There we go. And now I can program it in. Press next and complete. First, it actually programs to here. And then once done there, it's going to sync to the remote control. So here's my TV. Let's see what we can do. Can we bring up a menu? There we go. Can we change the volume level? Yes, we can. Now, one thing that's pretty cool is we can go into the TV. You can choose all different menus all here. We have all different controls. So we can literally choose HDMI 1 or 2. So I'll choose HDMI 2. And I'll go back to HDMI 1. From this menu, I can choose to delete a device. I can add, assign keys, power settings, what I want it to do. And this allows a little more control. I also have this. So through the mobile phone, through the app, I can choose all these options at a touch of a button. So I can actually mute the TV and unmute at just simply a touch of a button. And I can also program those extra keys into this remote. What I want to do now is add the Blu-ray player right down here. So I'm going to again go to the plus symbol. I'm going to program the infrared and search for it. This is a Sony Blu-ray player. So I'm going to type in Sony 185 right there. And again, I can check the player. I can press it and see if this turns on. Let's watch that light. There we go. And we can now see this on the TV, that the TV display changed with the Blu-ray player. Now I'm going to press next and I'm going to program this in to complete. Now if I want to go to the Sony remote, I go from the Samsung to the Sony. I can now select that arrow key right there. So I'm changing through the menus, little light for the confirmation on the hub and see what's in there. There's a movie that plays. Going through those smart menus right here. Oh, went too far. Press the little circle here and that should start our movie. Press exit and now I'm going to add command. I need to change red to play stop, so now I'm going to find stop. I'm going to change it there, so this can be my stop button now, and I'll change yellow to my play button. See if this even works. So yellow I pressed, yellow down here, okay, green stop, okay, and yellow play. Other than programming the Samsung TV to turn off, I can simply go through here, press power off. I go back, I go to the Sony. I can now go to the menu here. Let's see if I can get there. Okay, there we go. And I go to power. Here I have an RCA TV behind me that doesn't want to work. And that's RHOS 581SM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn the remote control into here instead. If you look closely, it says point it down at the hub. So that's what I'm going to do with the original remote control. Now, according to the image, I have to use the hub and I point it down here. Let's see if that worked. Power button. That worked. So now I can program the rest of what I want in the remote and then I can send it over. And for your information, you just need one antenna connected. You don't need all of them. Connecting other antennas allows you more area around where it's pinned up to get reception. So far I tried a TV, I tried a Blu-ray player, but now I'm going to try a Bose Solo soundbar too and see if I can program that in. Because right now if I press play, there's no sound. So, until the soundbar is on. So I'm going to turn this power off. And now I'm going to program it into this device here using my phone. I'm going to do the usual. We're going to press plus. We're going to choose infrared, sure, and we're going to search. And we're going to search Bose. And I'm going to go to Solo sound bar series 2. Right in there already. Devices, going to choose the Bose, going to choose power. So let's power it on. There it is. And let's choose the volume.
I think you're just jealous that someone else is doing the job you couldn't.
Don't do it.
So
Trust me.
we can hear it worked.
What do you got there?
Seriously, second place.
That's all you got.
The volume
You
is
gotta
going
get
through
a little
here.
deeper in the pocket if you want first place. Say hello to Big Mama.
Now it's mute. So yeah, the mute works. Press play again.
You search it.
Lower the volume.
And now.
And I'm going to choose power again to power it off. And it works just like that. Perfect. But one thing I did find is when programming, learning a remote control, so let's say if I was wanting to program the volume button, I just press it momentarily on the remote control to the hub. And if I hold it too long, it just repeats the button, just as if you were holding the button on the remote control itself. This multiple pressing might have been corrected in the firmware because I updated the hub in the video, but I didn't update the remote control, which has a new version of software, so that issue might be fixed. So things do change and can improve over time. It's pretty cool that they actually support their products with firmware for both the hub and remote control. Now, one thing we must know is you need to have Wi-Fi or else it will not program. However, if I knew a model of a TV or Blu-ray player and I'm at a location with Wi-Fi, I can program it into the remote control ahead of time. Once it's programmed, I can go to that house or location that has no Wi-Fi and use the remote control. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a most wonderful day.